June 24th, 1995, the night the wizarding world changed forever. In the original timeline, this night is remembered for a tragedy, a flash of green light, a body falling to the ground, a ruthless command, kill the spare. Cedric Diggory's death was the catalyst for the Second Wizarding War. It was the moment Harry Potter lost his innocence. It was the moment Voldemort proved he had no mercy. But what if he wasn't the spare? What if, in that split second, instinct took over? What if the Hufflepuff Seeker, known for his reflexes, dodged? What if Harry Potter, desperate to protect his friend, pushed him out of the way? Today, we enter a timeline where Cedric Diggory comes back, alive. This might sound like a happy ending, but make no mistake, Cedric's survival triggers a political civil war that tears the Ministry of Magic apart. It destroys Cornelius Fudge's career in months, not years, and it forces Lord Voldemort to change his entire strategy. Chapter 1: The Nexus Event. To understand the gravity of this change, we must look at the immediate aftermath. In canon, Harry returned clutching a corpse. He was sobbing, incoherent, traumatized. It was easy for people to doubt him. He looked like a boy who had cracked under pressure. But here, two champions return. Harry is shouting, he's back, Voldemort is back, and Cedric Diggory, the handsome, popular, level-headed prefect, is shouting it too. Cedric, reenactment/voice. It was you-know-who, Dad. Wormtail was there. He tried to kill us. He performed a ritual. I saw him rise. This is the Nexus event. Cornelius Fudge is standing there. In the original timeline, he dismissed Harry as a hallucinating, attention-seeking child, but he cannot dismiss Cedric Diggory. Cedric is a pureblood, or at least from a respected wizarding family. His father works in the Department for the Regulation and Control of Magical Creatures. Cedric is a model student. He's not disturbed. He's not scarred. When Cedric Diggory looks the Minister of Magic in the eye and says the Dark Lord has returned, it carries the weight of truth. Barty Crouch Jr. tries to take Harry away, just like in canon, but in the chaos of two survivors, Dumbledore is more alert. Or perhaps Cedric refuses to let Harry go alone. "Don't leave him," Cedric would shout. Crouch is exposed faster. Under Veritaserum, he confesses, and this time there are two witnesses to the confession, Harry and Cedric. Fudge witnesses the confession too. He still tries to deny it. Fear is a powerful motivator, but the seed of doubt is planted in the public much, much deeper. Chapter 2: The Political Civil War, Summer 1995. The summer of 1995 becomes a battlefield, not of wands, but of words. In the original timeline, the Ministry ran a successful smear campaign against Harry and Dumbledore. They painted Harry as a tragic liar. In this timeline, they have to smear Cedric Diggory too, and that is a tactical nightmare. Amos Diggory is a proud man. In canon, he was broken by grief. Here, he is fueled by righteous fury. Someone tried to murder his son. Amos works inside the Ministry. He has connections. He starts a whispering campaign within the Department of Magical Creatures. Fudge is lying. My son saw it. Are you calling my son a liar? The Ministry begins to fracture from the inside. Harry's summer is different too. He isn't completely cut off. Cedric writes to him, "I gave an interview to the Prophet, but they cut it. Dad is furious. Stay strong, Harry." Knowing there is someone else out there who saw it, it saves Harry from the deep depression and anger we saw in Order of the Phoenix. He isn't alone in his trauma. This is crucial for his mental state. When Harry is tried for using the Patronus charm, Dumbledore brings a character witness, not just Mrs. Fig, he brings Cedric Diggory. Cedric testifies, "We were attacked in June. We are targets. Harry has a right to defend himself." Fudge tries to silence him, but Madam Bones, head of magical law enforcement, listens. She respects the Diggorys. Harry is cleared of all charges much faster and with much more dignity. The court of public opinion starts to sway.
Chapter 3: The High Inquisitor versus the Head Boy. Enter Dolores Umbridge. Her mission is to suppress the rumors and take control of Hogwarts. In the original timeline, she only had to discredit Harry, a rebellious Gryffindor. Now she faces a two-front war. She has to deal with Cedric Diggory. In his 7th year, Cedric is likely appointed head boy. If not, he is certainly the Hufflepuff prefect and Quidditch captain. Imagine the dynamic. Umbridge tries to punish Harry for telling lies. Cedric steps in. "It's not a lie, Professor. I saw him too." What does Umbridge do? Give the head boy detention? Force him to write with the blood quill? If she tortures Cedric Diggory, she loses the entire student body immediately. Hufflepuff House, usually quiet and loyal, turns against her. Ravenclaw follows. Cedric is popular with Cho Chang. The rebellion at Hogwarts starts earlier and is more organized. The formation of Dumbledore's army, DA, changes drastically. Originally, it was just Harry teaching. Some students were skeptical. With Cedric there, it legitimizes the whole operation. The Tri-Wizard champion is learning from Potter, then Potter must be the real deal. Enrollment doubles. Even some Slytherins might be curious, though unlikely to join. Cedric helps teach. Remember, Cedric was a champion for a reason. He knows transfiguration better than Harry. He knows charms. Harry teaches defense. Cedric teaches tactics. They build an army that is not just spirited, but skilled. A small side note on romance. Cho Chang does not cry all the time. She isn't grieving a dead boyfriend. She is fighting alongside a living one. This means Harry's disastrous date at Madame Putafoot's never happens. Harry doesn't get distracted by a doomed romance. He focuses entirely on the mission and his occlumency, though he still sucks at it.
Chapter 4: The Survivor's Guilt and the Vision. We must address the psychology. Cedric survived, but he is not unscathed. He suffers from survivor's guilt and PTSD. He remembers Wormtail's wand pointing at him. He remembers the cold cruelty of Voldemort. He feels guilty that Harry, a 14-year-old boy, had to duel Voldemort while he, Cedric, was incapacitated or hiding, depending on how the escape went. This guilt drives him. He becomes militant. He trains harder than anyone. He stops being the pretty boy and becomes a soldier. He vows that next time, he will be the one to protect Harry. When Harry decides to go to the Department of Mysteries, he doesn't just take Ron, Hermione, Ginny, Neville, and Luna. Cedric insists on going. "I'm of age, Harry. I can legally use magic outside school. You're not going without me." This is a massive tactical advantage. The group that flies to London now has a 17-year-old, fully qualified wizard who is top of his class. Chapter 5: The Battle of the Department of Mysteries. The battle begins. In canon, the kids held their own surprisingly well, but they were eventually overwhelmed until the order arrived. With Cedric leading the defense alongside Harry, things go differently. Cedric is calm under pressure. He organizes the retreat. He pairs up the students effectively. "Neville, stay behind me." "Ginny, Reductor Curse on the shelves, now." The order arrives, but the students aren't as battered. Now, the pivotal moment. Sirius Black versus Bellatrix Lestrange. In the original, Sirius was taunting Bellatrix. He was fighting recklessly. But here, the battlefield is less chaotic because Cedric is covering the flank. Perhaps Cedric engages Bellatrix for a moment, or disarms Dolohov. Does Sirius survive? It is entirely possible that the extra wand, the extra skilled wand, tips the balance just enough. Sirius Black does not fall through the veil. He is wounded, perhaps severely, but he lives. Voldemort arrives. Dumbledore arrives. The duel of the century happens as planned.
But the tragedy of the night is averted. The DA proves itself not just as a club, but as a militia.
Chapter 6. The War Accelerated. Voldemort is exposed. Fudge is ousted. Scrimgeour takes over. But the landscape of the war is different. Because Cedric Diggory survived, the Ministry has 2 eyewitnesses. The transition of power is smoother. The Ministry mobilizes faster. But Voldemort also changes tactics. He realizes that leaving spares alive is a mistake he cannot repeat. He becomes more ruthless, more secretive. Cedric Diggory becomes a key member of the Order. He bridges the gap between the older generation, Lupin, Tonks, and the younger generation, Harry, Ron, and Hermione. He brings in more Hufflepuffs. The war isn't just Gryffindor versus Slytherin anymore. It's the whole school united.
The butterfly effect, in the end, was never meant to be a footnote. He was meant to be a leader. His death was a tragedy that darkened the world, but his survival, it lights a beacon of hope that changes everything. Harry Potter needed a brother, not a sidekick like Ron, not a mentor like Dumbledore. He needed a peer, an equal, someone who looked death in the face and said, "Not today." With Cedric alive, the road is still hard. People will still die, but Harry Potter doesn't have to walk that road alone, and that makes all the difference. What do you think? Would Cedric have joined the Order, or would the trauma have pushed him away from the war? And most importantly, would Cho Chang and Harry ever have had a chance? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more deep dives into the wizarding world. Mischief managed.